Final game of the first series of the year at Coors Field, Rockies and Padres. Padres 6-3 on the year, Rockies 5-4. And with a win today, Rockies can take the series. Padres hoping to do so on the other end, though. Chichi Gonzalez gets the start for the Rockies. This is his second start of the season. First start came against the Dodgers, went 5 innings. 3 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts, no walks. It's a 3.60 ERA after 1 start on the year. Rockies are going to face Zach Davies. And for Davies, that is his first start of the year against the Rockies. Pitch inside, ball 1 to Juan Lagares, the leadoff batter. So right now, the Padres sit in first place in the National League West. Rockies are in second place.
First pitch, 1-10.
Very early on in the year. 1-0 coming to Lagares, and that swung on and chopped weakly to third base. Arenado charging, and he's not able to make the play. We'll see how that's ruled. And that'll be an error on the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Don't usually see one of those. Really just came up on him a little bit, took a bit of a tricky hop. Typically a play we see Arenado make. Wasn't the routinest of routine plays, but it's going to put the leadoff base runner Lagares on for Eric Hosmer. You can see his excellent start to the year, 387 with a couple home runs. One of those home runs came in yesterday's ball game. Both of his home runs this year are against the Rockies. So yeah, Zach Davies pitching for the Padres today. Used to be a Milwaukee Brewer. Pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken high. One of a couple pitchers who, well, the only pitcher the Rockies didn't see in their 4-game series in San Diego to start the year. We'll see him today. Hosmer swings and fouls are not a play. Count levels at 1. After the game yesterday, Tony Wolters placed on the 10-day injured list with a right lat muscle strain. The umpires today, Kenny Jansen behind the plate, Mike Fillmore at first. Dom Nunez was recalled from AAA, so we'll get to see perhaps some Dom Nunez. Drew Butera getting the start today. It's a pitch inside. The 2-2 is swung on and grounded up the middle into center field, a base hit. It's going to put the first 2 men on for the Padres now. Error by Arenado, gets Lagares on, then Hosmer sends one right back where it came from for a base hit. So Chichi Gonzalez will have to work with a runner in scoring position, nobody out. The batter will be Tommy Pham. First pitch is swung on and lined in the air to center. Going back on this one is Dahl. He's still going back, and he will run it down. Nice running catch just in front of the track. Tagging and moving up to third is Lagares. He's there with 1 out now. And we got runners on the corners for the Padres. Let's take a look at the rest of their starting lineup today. Batting cleanup, the shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. Batting 5th, the third baseman Manny Machado. He homered yesterday. Number 6 batter will be Will Myers in right field. Batting 7th, the second baseman Brian Dozier. The catcher bats 8th. That's Francisco Mejia, and Zach Davies making his first start against the Rockies this season. He's the starting pitcher batting 9th. Fernando Tatis Jr. now. First pitch is swung on and lined into right field. That's going to get down. It's headed towards the corner. That's going to get Lagares home. Being held up at third is Hosmer, and that's an RBI double for Fernando Tatis Jr. His second double of the year, and it is early on 1-0 Padres. And that'll bring up Manny Machado. Mentioned he homered in yesterday's ballgame. That was his first home run of the year. Got his batting average up to .207 now. One out, couple runners in scoring position now for the Padres as Chichi Gonzalez will continue to try and work out of trouble here in the first. And the first pitch to Machado is taken high and tight with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Second year with the Padres for Machado, spending most of his career with the Baltimore Orioles, then was traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers for a spell. and signing a huge multi-year deal with the San Diego Padres. 1-0 pitch is taken away. An off day tomorrow for the Rockies, and the Rangers come in for a 2-game set. 2-0 pitch to Machado is swung on and lined into right field. That's a base hit. That'll get a run home. Tatis will be held at third as Hosmer scores. That's an RBI single for Manny Machado, and it's 2-0 Padres as Will Myers comes to the dish with a couple runners on. Seven runs batted in of his 10 on the year have come in this series. 5 runs batted in the first game, then a couple yesterday. 2 home runs on the year, both of those against the Rockies. .333 average for Myers. Chichi Gonzalez with 1 out, runners on the corners, gets ready to deliver his first pitch, and it's taken low. Myers, former member of the Tampa Bay Rays, came up in the Kansas City Royals organization. There's a 1-0 from Chichi, and that's swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Rockies playing from behind early today. It's 2-0 Padres. Myers swings and chops one foul the other way. 1-2 the count. Great start from Myers. Of course, most of his games early on the year have come against the Rockies. There's a fly ball into center field. Dahl is on the run. He'll get there. Tagging and scoring is Tatis. And it's 3-0 Padres. RBI sac fly for Will Myers. That's his 11th RBI in the year and his 8th RBI in this series. That'll bring up Brian Dozier, 7th man to bat for the Padres in this inning. Saw yesterday Antonio Senzatella not able to make it out of the second inning. Dozier has a few runs batted in over his last 4 games. To a 182 start, but again, it's very early in the year. 0-1 pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken outside with a slider. Dozier getting ready for a 1-1 pitch. Chichi delivers inside with a cut fastball. 2-1 the count. Next pitch will be the 20th of this first inning for Chichi Gonzalez. Still a runner on first base, but 2 outs now. And the pitch is taken on the inside corner for a called strike. Count evens at 2. And the 2-2 pitch, that's taken low. Francisco Mejia waiting on deck as the count goes full on Brian Dozier. Swung on and fouled out of play. We'll do it again. (3-2) one more time is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Brian Dozier strikes out to end the inning. 3 runs cross the plate for the Padres. Rockies have some work to do in the bottom of the first. Zach Davies making his first start of the year against the Rockies. Only pitcher not to make a start in that opening day series in San Diego. Here's how his first start of the season went. 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4.50 ERA, no walks. Looking to have a little bit better results in his second start of the season. Rockies hoping it could be just about the same to worse. As David Dahl leads things off, and he is mired in a really rough slump right now. .083 his batting average is down to after 2 offers to start this series. First pitch from Davies to Dahl is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Hosmer and Lagares, part of the 3-run first inning for the Padres. Davies delivers an 0-1 pitch, and it's swung on and chopped foul. Quickly 0-2 on Dahl. Davies coming over from the Milwaukee Brewers this offseason. Luis Urias, part of the return for Milwaukee. Comes an 0-2, and that's swung on and missed. And Dahl continues to be really mired in a slump. That's the first strikeout of the day for Davies. Stahl goes down on 3 pitches. Way out ahead of that one was Dahl. He's really fighting at the plate right now. Trevor Story is also fighting it at the plate. See his batting average at 154. And the first pitch from Davies is taken just a bit outside with a cut fastball. Story's OPS is at 400. He'd like to see his slugging percentage about 100 points higher than that. That one swung on and missed, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch from Davies is taken low and away to Trevor Story, who was a first-round pick of the Rockies. Back in 2011, made his Major League debut in 2016. That one's taken down and in, 3 balls and a strike. Charlie Blackmon waiting on deck. Blackmon hit his first home run of the year in the bottom of the 9th inning in yesterday's ball game, though it was a bit of a rout by the Padres, winning that game 8-2. Here comes a 3-1 to Story. That swung on and missed. Count goes full with Charlie Blackmon waiting on deck still. Here's a 3-2, and it swung on and lined foul the other way. See if the Rockies can at least make Davies work a little bit. Chichi Gonzalez threw over 20 pitches in his top of the first. That's a swing and a ground ball pulled foul, and Story will come back and do it again. At least an 8-pitch at bat to Story, and the 3-2 is swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. To his left, it's a long run for Lagares, but he'll get there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Let's take a look at the rest of the starting lineup for the Rockies. After Blackmon, we have the cleanup batter, third baseman Nolan Arenado. He's really turning it on. Batting 5th, the first baseman Daniel Murphy. Batting 6th, the second baseman Ryan McMahon. Ian Desmond plays left field, batting 7th. Batting 8th, the catcher today is Drew Butera, and batting 9th is starting pitcher Chichi Gonzalez. See Murphy and McMahon looking a little better lately. Charlie Blackmon takes first pitch low. 216 of the home run, 3 runs batted in for Blackmon in the very young season. Arenado's batting average at 290. He homered in yesterday's ball game. He's looked more like the Nolan we've all come to know and love. And the pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Blackmon. 303 career batter across parts of 9 seasons, all with these Rockies. All-star multiple times, including last year. 1-1 from Davies is taken low. And the 2-1 is swung on and pulled foul. Hit it hard, but foul, just a bit out ahead of that one. Count evens at 2 on Blackmon. And Davies into his motion, the windup and the pitch is swung on and weakly grounded towards the shortstop Tatis. His throw to first is in time. Blackmon doesn't run quite as well as he used to. Rockies go 3 up, 3 down in their half of the first. We go to the second inning, 3-0 Padres. Number 8 batter for the Padres leads off this top of the second inning. It's Francisco Mejia, hitting 292 on the year. Had a really good series in San Diego to begin the year against the Rockies. First pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken low. Chichi looking for better results in his second inning after giving up 3 runs in the first. Former Cleveland Indian Mejia, 1-0 pitch is taken high with a fastball. Chichi Gonzalez is not going to strike out a whole lot of batters, but the hope is he can pitch to contact and get some ground outs. Doesn't walk all that many. That one's high, and now it's 3-0 on Mejia. The pitcher, Zach Davies, waiting on deck. And the 3-0, that misses low for ball 4, and that's a leadoff walk to Francisco Mejia here in the top of the second. There have been plenty of base runners on for the Padres early in this one. We'll bring up Zach Davies. Looking for his first hit on the year as the starting pitcher for the Padres. Chichi hoping to make quick work of him. This is a bunting situation, of course. Chichi from the set position, and his pitch Pulling the bat back is Davies, and it's inside for ball one. See Davies' 5-year career now with the Padres. All of the rest of his career spent with the Brewers. And the 1-0. That's bunted, and it's a fair ball. Murphy will tag the runner at first. He thought about throwing down to second, thought better of it. That'll be a sacrifice 3 unassisted as Murphy makes the play himself. Let's look at the rest of your Rockies defense now. Well, guess we'll have to skip that graphic. Left to right in the outfield, it's Desmond, Dahl, and Blackman. Infield corners are Arenado and Murphy. Up the middle, shortstop is Story, and at second base is McMahon, and then Drew Butera today is catching Chichi Gonzalez. 0-1 pitch now to Juan Lagares as the lineup turns over now. That's swung on and lined foul to the seats. Quickly 0-2 on Juan Lagares, former New York Met. Patrolled center field for several seasons with them. And this pitch is swung on and lined foul, same spot as the last time. Another 0-2 pitch will be coming from Chichi Gonzalez. Here we go, and it's swung on and missed to get him on strikes. That's out number 2. Second strikeout of the day for Chichi Gonzalez.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eric.
That'll bring up Eric Hosmer, who's off to a nice start to this season. First pitch is swung on and fouled the other way. Hosmer singled and scored in that first inning. His average up over 400 now. It's taken high and away. 13 hits for Hosmer. That's second on the Padres. Swung on and fouled out of play. Always a fun exercise with Hosmer is to look at the back and forth in his career of his WAR. And according to Fangraphs, wins above replacement, minus 1.3 in 2012, positive 3.1. That one's poked to short on the backhand is Story. He's got a long throw and not in time. Eric Hosmer with an infield single. So positive 3.1 WAR in 2013, minus 0.2 in 2014, positive 3.5 in 2015, 0.2 in 2016, 4 in 2017 for the best year of his career, then minus 0.1 with the Padres in 2018, so back and forth. However, the first 2 seasons in a Padres uniform have both really been a struggle with negative WAR campaigns for Hosmer. In fact, he had the worst strikeout numbers of his career in 2019, striking out over 24% of the time. Pham swings and lines one into the glove of the second baseman McMahon, and that'll retire the side. Nice play by McMahon to end this one, as he shows off his hops, and it's 3-0 Padres. We go to the bottom of the second. Rockies trying to get their first hit. Nolan Arenado leads off this bottom of the second inning. 290 with 3 home runs on the year, a 425 on base percentage. Certainly taking his share of walks, and he's also taking his share of hits, especially over the last 6 games. 6-game hitting streak for Arenado. Homered in yesterday's ball game. First pitch from Davies is taken just a bit inside. Arenado 2 for 10 in his career off of Davies. One of those hits a home run. The Rockies faced the Brewers a couple years ago in that division series in which the Brewers swept the Rockies. Davies a part of that team. Here's a 1-0, and it's taken low. Rockies looking to get much of their offense going. Arenado has been fairly consistent. There's a swing and a line drive pulled foul. McMahon, especially over his last 4 games or so, has really been heating up. Here's a 2-1 now, and that's swung on and pulled foul. Now evens at 2. The 2-2 pitch now coming to Arenado, and it's taken down and in. Full count with Daniel Murphy waiting on deck. He was on base a couple times in yesterday's ball game. 3-2 coming to Arenado is swung on and lined into left field. Base hit. Leadoff single here in this bottom of the second for Arenado as the Rockies try to answer, chip away at that 3-run lead for the Padres. To a 7-game hitting streak now for Nolan Arenado. That'll bring up Daniel Murphy. Arenado on first base, nobody out. Murphy 176 average on the year. Looking to get that up and looking to get the crowd excited is Dinger. Davies from the stretch will take a brief peek over towards the first base area and deliver a pitch down and in to Daniel Murphy. You can see Murphy 2 for 17 in his career off Davies. Some strikeouts mixed in there. One's taken outside, 2-0. Rockies continuing to run out the same lineup, at least 1 through 7, every single day. We've seen McMahon and Desmond get spells at times for the final few innings of the games that we've seen, with Chris Owings and Garrett Hampson taking over at times. That one swung on and pulled foul, 2-1 on Murphy. Only change we've seen is in the catching position. We've seen Tony Wolters, Elias Diaz, and Drew Butera make starts. Of course, Wolters and Diaz both now on the injured list. 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled the other way. Count evens at 2 on Murphy. And a 2-2 pitch is taken low. Full count with Ryan McMahon waiting on deck. You can see he's got that batting average up to 222. That might not sound that impressive, but it was hovering around the 100 mark just a couple games ago. And Murphy swings, and there's a line drive snared by Hosmer. Goes to second for one, back to first, and that's a double play. Really nice play by Eric Hosmer, who's a Gold Glove winner over there at first base. And just like that, the leadoff single is parlayed into 2 outs. Here's Ryan McMahon now. I mentioned hitting 222, 2 home runs, both of those 3-run shots, one against the Dodgers, one in the first game of this series against the Padres. First pitch from Davies to McMahon is swung on and grounded to short. Tatis up with the ball, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. We're through 2 innings of play. It's 3-0 Padres. Fernando Tatis Jr. leads off this 3rd inning. Double RBI and runs scored, as he's starting to look a little bit better after a really rough start to the season for him. First pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken outside with a slider. 4 for his last 12 is Tatis. Getting a hit a third of the time over his last 4 games. 1-0 pitch coming from Gonzalez, and that swung on and lifted in the air to right. Going back on this one is Blackman. Should have it in range. In front of the track, he makes the catch for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
That'll bring up Manny Machado. RBI single his first time up. 3 for 8 in the series. Also has a home run. That came in yesterday's ball game. First home run of the year for Machado. First pitch from Chichi in this inning is taken high and away. 1,206 hits across parts of 8 seasons for Machado. Best years coming with the Orioles. Swung on and lifted in the air to center. Dahl's going back on this one. Looked like he got a bad read at first. Now he's at the track, and he'll make the catch just in front of the wall. Nice recovery there by Dahl. He had a long way to go to get it, but that's just allowed out number 2. Here's Will Myers, sacrifice fly in the first inning. 8 runs batted in this series now for Will Myers. Tripled and homered, and had a sac fly in the first game of the series to give him 5 runs batted in. And added another run batted in yesterday. Couple more, actually. And now a sacrifice fly today gives him 8 altogether in this series. Chichi Gonzalez, his first pitch is taken for a strike on the inside corner. And the 0-1 now is taken low and away with a changeup, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on and pulled, diving stop at third by Arenado. Gets up, throws, and got him. It's one of our first web gems we've seen this year from Nolan Arenado. Let's take a look at it one more time. That's about the only way you can get Will Myers out. Have them hit it to third base. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Padres. Ian Desmond will lead off the bottom of the third inning. Rockies looking to chip away at the 3-0 Padres lead. Desmond down to 233 with that batting average, a .610 OPS. Off to a pretty good start to the year in that series in San Diego, but he struggled as of late. First pitch is a strike. Looked like it might have been below the knees. But that 233 average is second place on the Rockies. As up and down the order, there have been struggles. One's taken high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-0.
Comes a 1-1, and that swung on and lined foul the other way. A few souvenirs in that direction today. Davies into his motion, the windup and the 1-2 pitch is swung on and lined into left field. That's headed towards the corner. Desmond on his way to second base, and he'll cruise in there with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the third. Hopefully the Rockies can get something going now. It's a second double of the year for Ian Desmond. That'll bring up Drew Butera, runner in scoring position is Desmond, and nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Davies takes a peek at second base. His first pitch to Butera is swung on and grounded foul. Butera still looking for his first hit on the year. Was hit by a pitch in yesterday's ball game. Comes an 0-1. It's swung on and chopped up the middle. That's into center field, a base hit. Desmond's going to be waved around third by Stu Cole. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's not in time. RBI single for Drew Butera, scores Ian Desmond. The Rockies are on the board. They trail it 3-1. That'll bring up Chichi Gonzalez in a bunting situation now. Butera on first base. He's there with nobody out. And the first pitch to Chichi Gonzalez is bunted foul at the plate. The 0-1 pitch is bunted towards first base, going to second for 1 and back to first. That is a double play as Hosmer starts it. Just like that, there are 2 outs. Rockies have had some rough bunts from their pitchers this year. Seen tons of outs at second base and in some cases double plays like we just saw there. That's definitely something the Rockies are going to want to practice with their pitchers. Lineup turns over now for David Dahl. Struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. Batting average continues to plummet. Really get on base here. Just pitch low. Davies has really had Dahl's number in his career. 1 for 7 is Dahl. So this isn't the perhaps best matchup for him to get going. 1-0 pitch is swung on and chopped foul. Comes the 1-1. It's taken low and away with a 2-seam fastball at 87. Predictable fastball count now for Dahl. Hopefully he can get a hold of one here. It's swung on and lined right to the third baseman Machado, who has shifted that way. Dahl can't buy a hit right now. RBI single for Drew Butera. Scores Ian Desmond. We're through 3. It's 3-1 Padres. Brian Dozier leads off this 4th inning against Chichi Gonzalez. Dozier 0 for 9 in the series. He struck out his first time up today. Chichi Gonzalez gave up 3 runs in the first. A couple of better innings for him after that. Really good third inning. First pitch to Dozier is taken on the inside corner for a called strike. And 0 for 4 in yesterday's ballgame was Dozier. Struck out a couple times. To his motion, the windup, and the 0-1 pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken low. Comes a 1-1, and that's outside with a fastball at 93. So fastball count now for Dozier as the 2-1 pitch from Chichi is swung on and fouled back to the screen. Count evens at 2. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and yanked foul. This is Ben Kuchner-Kavich of Purple Row along with you. Want to remind you that this broadcast is not affiliated with MLB The Show 20, the Colorado Rockies, or Major League Baseball. Ground ball foul by Dozier, and we'll do another 2-2 pitch. Up over 50 pitches now is Chichi Gonzalez at 52 to be exact. The 2-2 pitch, here comes number 53. That's taken inside. Count goes full with Francisco Mejia waiting on deck. Walked on 4 pitches his first time up. 3-2 now coming to Dozier, and it's swung on and lined down the right field line. That'll hook into the seats. And we'll do it again. One more time, a 3-2 is strike 3 called. Dozier was ready to throw the bat away and head down to first base, but he gets rung up. Makes it 0 for 10 on the series now for Dozier. We'll bring up Francisco Mejia with 1 out. And walked on 4 pitches his first time up. Takes first pitch high and away. Walk came in the second inning for Mejia. 1-0 pitch is also taken outside. 6 pitches seen by Mejia today, all of which have missed the plate. Here's a 2-0, and that's inside. 3-0 again on Mejia. Chichi Gonzalez gets the sign he likes, and into the windup, and the pitch is high, ball 4. 2 4-pitch walks today for Francisco Mejia. He hasn't had to do a whole lot of work at the plate. His on-base percentage is 1,000. Here's Zach Davies, who laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Pitcher will bat with a runner on first base, Mejia, and 1 out. Laying down a bunt now, and that's grounded towards first base. Murphy will throw to second. They get the out there, back to first, not in time. So that time, Murphy does decide to go down to second base, and this time they get the runner. On first base now is Davies, so Rockies will certainly take that trade-off. Took a long time for Chichi Gonzalez to get over to cover. By the time he got there, the throw was a little bit late. Juan Lagares now the batter. 0 for 2 strikeout, and he reached on an error by the third baseman Arenado. Very uncharacteristic, but Arenado made up for that with a excellent play a couple innings ago. 0-1 pitch coming from Chichi Gonzalez is taken low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Francisco Mejia still on first base. Nope, he was erased on the force out, and it's Zach Davies now there. Story gets a ground ball and throws to second base for the force. That'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Rockies continuing to try to chip away at that lead. It's 3-1 Padres, but Story, Blackman, Arenado are due up. Here's Trevor Story to lead off this bottom of the 4th inning. Flied out his first time up, looking to get that batting average above 150. First pitch from Davies is taken inside with a changeup. Davies has had Story's number in a brief sample, 1 for 6. Story off Davies in his career. Here comes a 1-0. And that swung on and pulled foul. Really efficient outing so far for Davies. Next pitch will be number 44 of the day. It's the sign he likes from Mejia, and the 1-1 is swung on and lifted in the air down the left field line, and it's deep, but oh, it's fair. That's a home run for Trevor Story. He hooked one down the line. That's his first home run of the season. That's a one-run ball game. Story, maybe that'll get him going on the year. 428 feet off the bat for Story. 100.5 mile per hour exit velocity. And now we have a one-run ball game. Big fly off the bat of Trevor Story. He was able to will it fair. 428 feet. Can't get much closer than that, but it was fair. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. Homered in the bottom of the ninth in yesterday's ball game. First pitch is taken outside with a two-seam fastball. Blackmon grounded out his first time up. That was in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 from Davies, and it swung on and fouled the other way. Charlie Blackmon trying to get that batting average up over 250 now. He is over 300 in his career. And one pitch is taken for a strike on the outside part of the outside corner. Comes a 1-2 pitch now. And that's low and away with a changeup. Blackmon, 2017 National League batting title winner. Here comes a 2-2 from Davies, and it's a check swing and a pitch high. They'll appeal to third, and Blackmon did not go. And the count goes full now. With Nolan Arenado waiting on deck, here comes pitch number 50 on the day from Davies to Blackmon, and it's swung on and lined towards right center field. That ball's going to get down. It's going to go to the wall. Cruising into second base with a double with nobody out is Charlie Blackmon. His fifth double of the season. The Rockies trying to get something going here. Trevor Story's home run brings them within a run. And now Nolan Arenado will bat with Charlie Blackmon on second base and nobody out. Here is Arenado. Base hit his first time up. Batting average at .313 now. OPS over 1,000, looking more and more like the Nolan Arenado we know every day. Maybe this is a good sign that Charlie Blackmon and Trevor Story can start to get going as well. There's a strike to Arenado. Arenado, very brief plate appearances on the season with runners in scoring position, but hitting .600. Davies takes a peek at second base, and his pitch to Arenado is taken low. Tried to change things up on him. Now the 1-1 delivery will come to Arenado. Davies from the set position delivers. It's taken outside with a two-seam fastball. Not the highest of velocity from Davies, but he's effective at throwing strikes. Here comes a 2-1 now. And that swung on and chopped foul at the plate. The 2-2 pitch is taken inside. Full count now with Daniel Murphy waiting on deck. .3-2 pitch. And that swung on and lined into left field. A base hit. Second hit of the day for Arenado. Blackmon will be held at third. And runners on the corners now with nobody out for Daniel Murphy. And we'll have a visit from Larry Rothschild, the first-year pitching coach for the Padres. Much of his career spent with the New York Yankees as their pitching coach. We'll go out there and try to give the right words to Zach Davies, as Daniel Murphy will be the batter. First pitch is swung on and lifted in the air to left. Going back on it is Pham. He's at the track. He's looking up, and it's gone. 3-run home run for Daniel Murphy. That gives the Rockies the lead. First home run of the year for Murphy. As we've seen the Rockies offense come alive today. 398 feet off the bat of Murphy. A 3-run bomb brings home Blackmon and Arenado ahead of him. It's 5-3 Rockies. So Blackmon, Story, Murphy getting in on the action today. And that is a good sign, as all three of them have been off to rough starts to this year. That'll bring up Ryan McMahon now. So whatever Larry Rothschild told Zach Davies, maybe he should do the opposite this time. McMahon takes first pitch, fastball for a strike. The 0-1 pitch coming now. It's high and away. McMahon 5 for his last 11 at the plate. It's a .455 average over his last 3 games. He tries to keep the line moving. Still nobody out. There's 4 runs have crossed the dish for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 4th. McMahon swings, grounds one to first base. Stepping on the bag himself is Hosmer, and that is out number 1. So Padres got off to a 3-0 start to this game, then 5 unanswered runs scored by the Rockies. We'll bring up Ian Desmond, doubled and scored his first time up on the Drew Butera single. First pitch from Davies is taken just a bit high with a cutter. Desmond had a really rough game yesterday, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. What a double and a run scored in this one. Did reach base via walk yesterday, as that pitch is grounded to second base. Dozier up with the ball, throws to first. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up the catcher Drew Butera with 2 outs in the inning. Butera RBI single his first time up, so he's now 1 for 4 on the year. Also was hit by a pitch in yesterday's ball game. First pitch from Davies was swung on and chopped foul. Butera drafted way back in 2005 in the 5th round, a year after Ian Desmond was picked from the Montreal Expos. 0-1 pitch is taken just a bit inside. And here comes a 1-1. It's taken low and away with a breaking ball. Hitters count now for Butera. And that swung on and missed. 14 pitches have been strikes out of the 25 Davies has thrown. This has really been the first time he's had to sweat a whole lot today. Pretty efficient numbers. He's swinging a ground ball hit to second base. Dozier up with it, throws to first. Plenty of time with Butera running, and that'll retire the side. We're through 4 innings. Rockies get home runs from Trevor Story and a 3-run shot from Daniel Murphy to take a 5-3 lead. We go to the 5th. Eric Hosmer leads off this top of the 5th inning against Chichi Gonzalez, who's now in line to potentially win this game. 2 singles on the day for Eric Hosmer, also a run scored. You can see his batting average now up to .424. Quite a start to the year for Eric Hosmer. So we mentioned how back and forth good years and bad years for Hosmer, then had back-to-back bad years to start his career with the Padres. Now maybe he'll just combine 2 really good seasons into one here. You can see hitting above 400. 1-0 pitch is taken outside, 2-0. 3 runs across in the top of the first inning for the Padres, but Chichi Gonzalez has handled them well since. The Rockies offense doing their job as well. Ground ball to short. Story cutting it off, throws to first, and that's out number 1. So Chichi Gonzalez gets Eric Hosmer out for the first time today here in the 5th. I'm looking for the Rockies not to stop scoring runs just yet, because just a couple more runs and tacos can be achieved. That would be the first time this year for that. Tommy Pham 0 for 2 in this game. He lined out his last time up. First pitch is swung on and lined foul towards the seats. 1 for 5 with a couple runs batted in yesterday's game was Pham. 5 at-bats in that one as the Padres sent quite a few men to the plate. That's not sure where that missed. It's called a ball. No, it is a strike. 0-2. Good call by the home plate umpire. And an 0-2 delivery now is swung on and lined foul. This pitch number 69 on the day for Chichi Gonzalez. Here comes number 70. And it's swung on and lined foul back to the screen. Comes an 0-2. And that's strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. 2 outs now. 4th strikeout of the game for Chichi Gonzalez. And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as Chichi Gonzalez tries to put up a 1-2-3 inning after his team gives him the lead. First pitch is swung on and lined into right center field. That's headed up the gap. It's going to get down and go to the wall. Into second base is Tatis, and he'll pull up there with a 2-out double. 3rd double of the year for Tatis Jr. And that'll bring up Manny Machado. 1 for 2 on the day. Mentioned he hit a 2-run home run in yesterday's ball game. First pitch is taken for a strike. A 1 is a check swing, and he went too far. It's 0-2. I keep mentioning to you that it's still early on in the season, so those numbers for everybody could be looking quite differently in just a matter of a few games. Trevor Story and Daniel Murphy both off to rough starts to the year and both hitting their first home runs of the year in that bottom of the 4th inning, so maybe that could get things going for them. Chichi Gonzalez gets ready to deliver a 1-2 pitch to Machado. With 2 outs, Tatis is on second base after he doubled. Here comes a 1-2. It's taken outside with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So Chichi get up to 95 on the day. 76 pitches now. As Bud Black hopes Chichi can get through the 5th, maybe even pitch the 6th. Machado swings and pops it up. Shortstop Story onto the outfield grass. Comes in and makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Chichi Gonzalez doesn't allow a run to cross the dish after the Rockies give him a 5-3 lead. That remains the score heading to the bottom of the 5th. Chichi Gonzalez will lead off this bottom of the 5th inning, so it looks like he'll get a chance to pitch the 6th. It is 5-3 Rockies. Gonzalez bunted, grounded into a double play his first time up. He swings and grounds on right back to the mound. Chance to practice some PFP for Zach Davies, who throws to first for out number 1. Next pitch will be number 69 for Zach Davies, and it'll come to David Dahl, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout and a lineout. Yet to get a hit in this series. You see his batting average has dropped to .079, but in their last plate appearances, Trevor Story and Daniel Murphy both hit their first home runs of the season. Maybe Dahl can catch some lightning. First pitch is taken low. See double barrel action now in the Padres bullpen. It's the lefty Matt Strom and the righty Luis Perdomo. We saw Perdomo get into the game a couple days ago. It's a 1-0 from Davies to Dahl, and it swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. That'll break a very long 0 stretch for David Dahl, and maybe that'll get him going. Solid single right back up the box. It's the sweet swing we've come to know over the past few seasons from David Dahl. I'll bring up Trevor Story, homered his last time up for his first home run of the year. 1 for 2 on the day. Dinger is also encouraging the Rockies and their crowd not to give up just yet. Plenty of more runs can be scored in this game. Don't need to stop just because you got the lead. First pitch to Story is taken, swung on and missed. Looks like a hit and run. Dahl is on his way to second base, and he's out. So just like that, there are 2 outs. Looked like a hit and run situation Bud Black was trying to put on there. A 1 pitch now coming to Story, and that's taken outside with a 2-seam fastball. One pitch, and it's taken for a strike. Next pitch will be number 75 on the day for Davies, who, for the first 3 innings, was looking really efficient out there. So 4-run bottom of the 4th will put that pitch count up a bit. Here comes the 1-2 to Story. It's taken inside. Two-two pitch. And it swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So facing the minimum in that inning was Davies. It's 5-3 Rockies after 5 innings of play. Will Myers leads off on the top of the 6th inning. Sacrifice fly RBI for him today. Chichi Gonzalez still out there, but there is action in the Rockies bullpen. The lefty Jake McGee and the righty Carlos Estevez. First pitch to Myers is swung on and lined foul. 9 hits on the year for Myers. Rockies are looking to keep him off the bases today. There's a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. You can see double barrel action now in the Rockies bullpen. Chichi Gonzalez, that pitch count. Let's see, he is sitting at 79 pitches. Here comes number 80. The 0-2 to Myers is high. Chichi Gonzalez in line to win this game now after giving up those 3 runs in the first, but came back and pitched good enough to do it. Swing and a miss by Myers. That's out number 1. 5th strikeout of the day for Chichi Gonzalez, who's looked really good for the past few innings. Rockies giving him that 5-3 lead. Here's Brian Dozier. He's 0 for 2. He's had a rough series. First pitch is taken just a bit outside and low. 2 strikeouts in this game for Dozier. It's part of his 0 for 2 day at the plate. One-0 is swung on and grounded into right field, a base hit. So 1 out single for Brian Dozier. And the tying run will come to the plate for the Padres and Francisco Mejia. Chichi Gonzalez still getting the opportunity to try and finish off a 6th inning here. He's walked Mejia on 4 pitches twice today. There he skies one into center field. Going back on this one is Dahl. He has it in range. And he will make the catch for out number 2. Likely we'll see a pinch hitter now coming up for Milwaukee in the pitcher's spot.
The pitcher, that Davey. Your attention, please.
As Jairo Diaz and Scott Oberg are now the pitchers in the Rockies bullpen. And it is Greg Garcia. We've seen him pinch hit quite a bit this year for the Padres. He will be the pinch hitter facing Chichi Gonzalez, and that pitch is taken for a strike. 286 in his pinch hit appearances on the year for Greg Garcia. 1 run batted in. Brian Dozier on first base. He's there with 2 outs. And the 0-1 pitch is taken high with a fastball. Garcia pinch hit single in yesterday's ball game, as everybody in the Padres order seemed to get into the act. 1-1 pitch is taken inside with a cutter. It's a fastball count now for Garcia. Very good eye at the plate for Greg Garcia. 2-1 pitch is swung on and lined foul the other way. And now Chichi Gonzalez is a strike away from sending this game to the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch is swung on and hit to short. Story flips it to second base. 6-4 on the force out, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Blackman, Arenado, and Murphy due up in a 5-3 Rockies-led ball game. New pitcher for the Padres will be the lefty Matt Strahm. 6 innings on the year, 7 strikeouts and a walk. ERA sits at 150. This is his 6th game of the year. You can see not a lot of hits for righties or lefties. Charlie Blackmon leads things off as Jose Castillo, the lefty, and Luis Perdomo, the righty, are warming up in the bullpen for the Padres. Blackmon 1 for 2, doubled and scored his last time up. Around to score on that home run off the bat of Murphy. First pitch from Strahm is taken outside. Castillo and Perdomo in the bullpen, bringing the lefty to face Blackmon, but Blackmon has good numbers against lefties and righties. Doesn't matter which hand you prefer to throw at him. 1-0 pitch coming. And that's swung on and popped up. The catcher Mejia camping under it behind the plate in foul territory. He makes the catch over towards the on-deck circle for the Padres, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan.
And that will bring up Nolan Arenado. A couple of base hits as part of his 2 for 2 day at the plate. Also scored a run on that Daniel Murphy home run. 5 for 10 in the series for Arenado, who's really turning things on now. First pitch from Strahm is taken low. Arenado 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts in his career against Strahm. Small sample, but definitely not what we're used to seeing from Arenado against lefties. There's a pitch high, and it's 2-0. Pitch coming. And it's taken low and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Again, Daniel Murphy waiting on deck. Homered in the bottom of the 4th inning to give the Rockies the 5-3 lead. Comes a 3-0 to Arenado. And it's taken high and tight for ball 4. Arenado on base for the 3rd time today. Daniel Murphy will come to the plate. The runner on first and 1 out. Jace Tingler, first-year manager for the Padres, hopes for a different result this time. You can see that sweet swing to the opposite field from Daniel Murphy his last time up, hitting that 3-run home run. Gave the Rockies a 5-3 lead as Charlie Blackmon vanishes into thin air. First pitch from Strahm to Murphy in this lefty-on-lefty matchup is taken for a strike. Looks like it might have been a little off the plate. Murphy has good numbers against Strahm in his career, 3 for 6. A couple doubles in there, brief sample though. 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled the other way quickly. 0-2 on Murphy. Murphy last year had better numbers against lefties than righties. See if that carries over after a full season of hopefully health for Murphy, who didn't always have it last year. Here's an 0-2 that swung on and fouled away. Another 0-2 pitch will come from Strahm. Arenado is on first base with 1 out after he walked on 4 pitches. Here comes an 0-2, and it's taken high and away with a fastball. Murphy trying to get that batting average back above the Mendoza line. Here comes a 1-2, and it's strike 3 called. Don't know about that call. Looks like it might have been off the plate. A couple pitches in that plate appearance looked like they might have been off the plate. Murphy not happy. That is out number 2. That'll bring up Ryan McMahon. 2 outs in the inning. McMahon 0 for 2 today. Had been off to a hot start in this series. Takes first pitch strike on the outside corner. 2 groundouts on the day for McMahon. Multi-hit games and back-to-back games in the first 2 games of this series with the Padres. McMahon reverse splits in his career. Hits lefties better than righties. Comes an 0-1 from Strahm, and it's swung on and lifted in the air to right. This is deep, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run for Ryan McMahon, and guess what? First tacos of the year for your Colorado Rockies. 3rd home run of the year for Ryan McMahon. Ties Arenado now for the team lead. 3rd home run of the day for the Rockies. 387 feet estimated distance on that one, 93.1 mile per hour exit velocity. It's McMahon pulls one out of here. See, Myers did not even move in right field, just looked up to get a better look at where that one landed. Big fly off the bat of Ryan McMahon. It is 7-3 Rockies. And here is Ian Desmond. Now Cal Quantrill and Luis Perdomo up in the Padres bullpen. First pitch to Desmond misses just a bit outside with a slider. Desmond 1 for 2, doubled and scored earlier in this game. See, his batting average is at 250, on base percentage up above 350. Still looking to turn on the power numbers this year. Hasn't hit a home run yet. The pitch low, 2-0. Desmond starting his 4th year now with the Rockies. Started his career with the Washington Nationals as their shortstop, played center field for the Texas Rangers for a year, and has played first base, center field, and left field for the Rockies. Now their everyday left fielder that swung on and fouled out of play. 2-1 the count on Desmond. Here comes a 2-1 fastball, predictable counts. Swung on and fouled the other way. Count evens at 2. Hopefully we'll see a few more games like this for the Rockies offense this year. They took a while to get going, but a really good performance today. Swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Home runs from Story, Murphy, and McMahon. Arenado on base 3 times. David Dahl getting a hit after offers in the first 2 games of the series. There's a 2-2 now. That's taken outside. Count goes full with Drew Butera waiting on deck. Charlie Blackmon with a double today. He homered in yesterday's ball game, so starting to see 1 through 7 start to hit. Desmond yanks one foul and will do it again. And all players on the injured list right now, just want to give you an update. Kyle Freeland, Elias Diaz, and not Ian Desmond, he's batting right now, and Tony Wolters, all expected to only miss the minimum amount of time and come back after the 15-day stint for Freeland and the 10-day stint for the 2 catchers. Pitchers having a 15-day injured list this year, 10-day for batters. Used to be 15-day for both, then it was 10 days for both. Now it's 15 for pitchers, 10 for batters. Here comes a 3-2 again to Desmond, and it's swung on and fouled out of play. Desmond really making Strom work. This will be at least an 11-pitch at bat for Desmond. One more time, a 3-2 is swung on and lined up the gap in right field. Over to cut it off is Myers, but it's going to get down and go to the wall. Desmond will cruise into second base with a 2-out double, his 2nd hit of the day. 2 doubles for Desmond. It's his 3rd of the season. Last time Desmond doubled, he scored an RBI single for Drew Butera, who now steps to the plate. 7-3 Rockies. Their first time scoring 7 or more runs this year. First pitch to Butera is taken low. Butera 1 for 2, single and an RBI. That was his first hit of the year, 1 for 5 on the season now. The very small sample size for Butera. Here's a 1-0 from Strom. And it swung on and pulled foul. Out ahead of that one was Butera. 1-1 now the count. And 1 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air to left, going back on it is Pham. He has it in range. He'll camp under it, and he'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. We're through 6 innings, a 2-run home run for Ryan McMahon, his 3rd of the season. Gives the Rockies tacos. It's 7-3 Colorado. Bud Black is out to make a double switch. So one lucky Rocky will get to rest for the rest of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen,
New pitcher is Carlos Estevez, 5 1/3 innings on the year. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Righties have hit him pretty good. So that's why his 5.06 ERA is up there. 7th game of the year for Estevez, most games pitched for the Rockies.
And batting 9, number 12, Chris Owings will come in there. Into the ball game.
as Jake McGee is still warming up in the bullpen. First pitch from Estevez is taken inside, ball 1. Batter is Juan Lagares. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Estevez looking to get back into form. Hopefully will look a little bit more like his 2019 self soon. Next pitch to Lagares is taken for a strike with a good slider. High velocity for Estevez. I think it's probably safe to say he's the fastest thrower on this team. Can touch 100. Just swing and a miss at a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. There are other pitchers, I should say, who can touch 100 as well. I think Estevez is the one we'll see it from the most frequently. Call him Wild Thing. It's a 1-2. It's taken inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Of course, Wild Thing also from the movie Major League. Charlie Sheen's character walked into that music. Charlie Sheen's real name, Carlos Estevez. In case you didn't know that fun fact. It's 2-2 count now on Lagares as Estevez gets ready to deliver. Into his motion, the windup and the pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eric.
And that will bring up Eric Hosmer. Rockies got him out his last time up. Chichi Gonzalez in line to win this ball game. James Pazos has joined Jake McGee. A couple of lefties up in the bullpen. We'll see who comes in to pitch the 8th. There's a strike on the outside corner. 100 miles per hour on that fastball from Estevez. Eric Hosmer 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run scored. 2 for 3 off of Chichi Gonzalez today. A 1 pitch from Estevez is taken for a strike at 99. It's quickly 0-2 on Hosmer. Yes. Here comes an 0-2. Taken low with a changeup. Trying to fool him with an off-speed pitch, but he's not biting. One-two. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the glove of Butera for out number 2. First 2 batters striking out against Estevez. You're in the 7th. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. Last time up, Pham struck out. Estevez certainly looking for a similar result here. D. Gordon hit 2 home runs today for the Mariners as they beat the Royals 11-8. Not used to seeing that from D. Gordon. Michael Franco also homered. We saw him quite a bit with the Phillies. That was his first home run as a member of the Kansas City Royals in that game. 1-1 pitch now from Estevez to Pham. Is swung on and lined into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. 2-out single for Tommy Pham. That'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Pitch is 100 miles an hour and taken outside. Butera holds it an extra beat, was hoping to get that call. Tatis has doubled twice today. One batted in and a run scored, so he's 2 for 3. Filling in all those holes on the box score. Here comes a 1-0 from Estevez. Pham on first with 2 outs. That's taken for a strike at 99. Here comes a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a slider, diving low and away in the zone. And now Estevez could still strike out the side here after that 2-out single. The 1-2 swung on and lined right to the second baseman, Ryan McMahon, who's taken a couple lineouts today. Dinger's happy about tacos. It is 7-3 Rockies going to the bottom of the 7th. Bud Black talking it over with Steve Foster, manager and pitching coach for the Rockies. Rough start to the day for Chichi Gonzalez, who gave up 3 runs in the top of the first, but then pitched 5 scoreless innings. He's in line to win now as the Rockies battle back and scored 7 unanswered runs. Cal Quantrill, new pitcher for the Padres. And he will face Chris Owings, who's now the left fielder. Came in on the double switch when Estevez came into the ball game. So Owings now batting 9th, and Estevez will be batting 7th. First pitch is taken inside for ball 1. Owings hitting .500 in his brief sample on the year. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled back to the screen. And here comes a 1-1 from Quantrill. It swung on and missed. Slider for strike 2. 1-2 from Quantrill. It is swung on and lifted in the air to left. It's not deep. Going over to make the catch is Tommy Pham. That's out number 1. That'll bring up David Dahl. Got a base hit his last time up. He's looking to get a hot streak going. 1 for 3 on the day after offers in the first 2 games of this series. 1 for 12 in the series now. But that base hit coming in the 5th inning. Then was out trying to advance to second on a double steal. Story swung and missed. Rather, not a double steal, a hit and run is what I meant to say. Swings and misses at the first offering from Quantrill here. That one hitting 98. 3-0 Reds beat the Pirates today. Desclafani pitched a complete game shutout for Cincinnati. There's a swing and a pop-up. On the infield, everybody converging. It'll be the first baseman Hosmer taking charge, and he makes the catch. That's out number 2. And that will bring up Trevor Story, 1 for 3. First home run of the year came in the 4th inning. Put the Rockies within a run at that time. Then Daniel Murphy later in that 4th would hit a 3-run home run to give the Rockies the lead. Ryan McMahon homering in the 6th to add some insurance and give the Rockies tacos. Sunday Night Baseball tonight is Dodgers and Giants. That'll be fun. Team Entropy when those two play. First pitch low and away, ball 1. One-0 pitch to Story is swung on and hit in the air the other way. Myers going back on this one. He'll have a beat on it and make the catch. That'll retire the side. We're through 7 innings. We're going to the 8th with Manny Machado, Will Myers, and Brian Dozier due up for the Padres.
Your attention, please.
Jake McGee into the ball game. 4 1/3 innings on the year for the lefty. 6 strikeouts and a walk. Interestingly enough, lefties have really hit him well to begin the year, and righties have yet to get a hit off him. Manny Machado 1 for 3 with an RBI single today. 4-run lead McGee has to work with here in the 8th. And his first pitch to Machado. On its way and swung on and pulled foul. Nice play by the ball boy down there to catch that one on the line. Owen pitch from McGee into his motion. The windup and the pitch is taken way inside of the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 32,629 here at Coors Field today. The 1-1 is taken outside. Predictable fastball count now as McGee delivers a 2-1 to Machado. It's low and away with a slider. 3-1 with Will Myers waiting on deck. The 3-1 is swung on and lined into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit leadoff single here in the top of the 8th for Manny Machado off Jake McGee. And that will bring up Will Myers. James Pazos, the lefty, and Jairo Diaz, the righty, both up in the Rockies bullpen. First pitch from McGee to Myers is taken just a bit off the plate for ball one. Not sure where that missed. And here's a 1-0 now. It's taken right in there, a slider for a strike. Runner on first base, Machado after the leadoff single. And the batter, Will Myers, who has been handled today, has a sac fly but has not gotten on base. All over the base paths in the first two games of the series. 1-1 from McGee. Is swung on and fouled over the screen. A 1-2 count on Myers. McGee looking to retire him. He takes a look at first base, and now he's ready to pitch, and it's inside with a fastball. Count evens at 2. Mentioned not a single win this year for the Rockies has been an easy one. Hopefully this one will be, as McGee gets Myers to swing and miss. That's out number 1.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
I'll bring up Brian Dozier. Really was having a rough series, but got his first hit of the series a couple at bats ago. 1 for 3 with a base hit. Machado on first base with 1 out. First pitch from McGee to Dozier is a fastball taken low. McGee from the set position takes a peek over at first base. Now he's ready to deliver a 1-0, and that's in there for a strike on the inside corner. Sinking fastball from McGee that time. 1-1 pitch is way inside. Nearly hit him with that slider, but has Dozier backing off the plate. 2-1 the count. Dozier, a World Series ring with the Nationals last year. Didn't play for them all the time, but was very effective when he did play. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Two-two pitch from McGee. And it's way inside again with a slider. Dozier not happy about how far inside those pitches have been. Francisco Mejia waiting on deck. We got a full count now. Comes a 3-2 from McGee to Dozier. It's swung on and grounded into left field. Got through Story. That's a base hit. 2 hits on the day now for Brian Dozier. That'll bring up Francisco Mejia, the switch hitter. Couple of men on now with 1 out for the Padres. Mejia walked on 4 pitches twice against Chichi Gonzalez, otherwise made an out. As Dinger encourages Jake McGee and encourages the crowd to support Jake McGee. So Wade Davis up in the bullpen. He'll come in if it ends up being a save situation in the 9th. First pitch fastball is going to miss outside to Mejia. There's number 71 Davis and number 37 Jairo Diaz, both righties up there in the bullpen. Davis, in his last appearance a couple days ago, pitched a 1-2-3 inning. Mejia swings and hits one in the air to right. Blackman is under it, and he will make the catch. Both runners will hold. That's out number 2. Now the ball gets away, though, and trying to advance to third is Machado, and he is out. Wow, poor base running decision there by Machado. And that'll retire the side. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Blackman, Arenado, Murphy due up. Charlie Blackman leads off this bottom of the 8th inning. Doubled and scored a run in the 4th inning of this game. It's 1 for 3. Cal Quantrill out for his second inning of work, only needed 8 pitches in the 7th. First pitch to Blackman is taken outside with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Might see Jairo Diaz in the 9th, as it is not a save situation, but Wade Davis was warming up. 4-run lead for the Rockies. 1-0 pitch is taken outside with a slider. Comes a 2-0, and that's swung on in line, fouled on the left field line. Really toying with the line there, but it is a foul ball. And now it's a hitter's count for Blackman on 2-1. The pitch from Quantrill is swung on and missed. A changeup for strike 2. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. And it's swung on and chopped foul at the plate. The 4-2 Nationals beat the Mets today. Juan Soto hit 2 home runs. It's a 2-2 to Blackman. That's inside with an off-speed pitch. Nolan Arenado waiting on deck as the count is full on Blackman. Arenado has been on base all 3 times today. A couple of singles and a 4-pitch walk. It's a 3-2 to Blackman. That's going to miss outside, and that'll give Arenado another opportunity to continue his perfect day at the plate.
Now batting, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Two runs scored also on the day for Arenado. He mentioned on base 3 times. First pitch from Quantrill is swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. 3rd hit of the day and 4th time on base for Arenado. As the first 2 base runners reach here in the 8th inning, Rockies trying to add even more to their lead and make this even more of a laugher of a game. Like we mentioned, this would be the first time maybe we can finally get an easy win for these Rockies this year. The first 5 have been anything but. First pitch to Daniel Murphy is swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. Blackman will be held at 3rd. Now the bases are loaded with nobody out for Ryan McMahon.
The batter number 24, second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Couple of really good swings for Daniel Murphy today. It has really been good to see. 7-3 Rockies, but they have the bases loaded. Ryan McMahon 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. 6 for 11 in this series, a couple home runs. First pitch is swung on and lined towards right center field. Going back on this one is Lagares, and that's off the top of the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. It's 9-3 Rockies. As Arenado and Blackman come home, that's the first double of the year for Ryan McMahon, a 2-run double. He has really looked nice at the plate as of late. Murphy is at 3rd now, and there's still nobody out for the Rockies. It's going to be a double switch as Jace Tingler's out. Luis Perdomo, new pitcher for the Padres, 5 1/3 innings on the year, a strikeout and a walk, 1.69 ERA. This is his 7th game of the year.
Perdomo, now catching and batting 9, number 18,
Austin Hedges will catch.
number 15, Rival.
And Raimel Tapia is out to pinch hit for the Rockies. 2 runners in scoring position for him. With nobody out, first pitch is taken, called a ball. A splitter from Perdomo. Tapia has hit well in his brief plate appearances as a pinch hitter this year. 1-0 pitch to Tapia is taken. Man, not sure where that missed, but we'll take it, 2-0. Perdomo gets ready to deliver with Murphy on 3rd, McMahon on 2nd. That swung on and pulled foul Tapia looking to get in on the act. Hitters count now for Tapia. Here's a 2-1, and that's swung on and missed for strike 2. Two pitch is swung on and fouled the other way. Five pitches so far from Perdomo to Tapia. It's a 2-2, that's swung on and lifted foul again. Tapia chasing one above the letters, but able to get a piece of it. Tapia has been the primary pinch hitter for the Rockies to start the season. He swung on and grounded to first base. Taking it himself is Hosmer. Staying put at third base is Murphy. And there is one out. Give David Dahl another chance. Sorry, it's Drew Butera at the pitcher spot. It's now in the 7th spot in the order. Drew Butera 1 for 3 RBI single on the day. First pitch is taken inside. So Jose Castillo and Drew Pomeranz, a couple of lefties up in the Padres bullpen in case this one gets even more out of hand. Perdomo getting the first batter. He faces Tapia. Now it's a 1-0 count to Drew Butera. It's taken low, 2-0. One out, runner on third base is Daniel Murphy. Runner on second base is Ryan McMahon as Perdomo asks and receives a new baseball. Comes a 2-0 now. It's swung on and pulled foul. Butera looking for something to hit there. Journeyman catcher, time with the Royals, Phillies, Rockies. This is his second stint. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Minnesota Twins organization for Butera. That one swung on. Diving stop by Machado, but it's off his glove. Scoring is Murphy. Out at first base is Butera. It's an RBI ground out for Butera. Anybody else on this roster is probably safe. But it is now 10-3 Rockies, and that'll give Chris Owings a chance at his second at bat of the ball game. Flied out his first time up. Came in on that double switch. Replacing Ian Desmond in left field. There's a line drive, base hit into left field. McMahon will be held up at third. Runners on the corners again, now with 2 outs. Chris Owings picks up his first hit of the day. It's good to see the Rockies offense up and down this batting order, getting it done today. Here's David Dahl, 1 for 4 in this ball game. He could use a second hit to continue to get things going. First pitch is swung on and fouled back. Base hit in the 5th inning as Dahl's batting average is at the 100 mark. He'd like to get it above that. 0-1 pitch coming from Perdomo from the set position, and it's swung on and hit in the air to right field. Going back on it is Myers towards the line. He's there to make the catch, and that'll retire the side. 10-3 Rockies. They increase their lead. We go to the 9th.
Your attention, please.
Jairo Diaz will pitch the 9th inning. 3 2/3 innings on the air, 3 strikeouts and a walk. 2.45 ERA through 3 games. That 7-run lead for the Rockies. Tyler Kinley and James Pazos are warming up in the Rockies bullpen in case Diaz runs into trouble, but I think that Bud Black would certainly hope he does not. Austin Hedges, who came in on a double switch, will get his first plate appearance of the day. 286 with a home run. In his brief action, he had a walk-off single in San Diego against Jake McGee in that first series of the season. First pitch from Diaz is taken for a strike with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Bud Black hoping for quick work from Diaz here in the top of the ninth. 0-1 pitch is taken outside at 99 on that fastball. There's a look at the bullpen action for the Rockies. It's a 1-1 pitch coming from Diaz to Hedges, and that's just a bit outside at 97. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1. That swung on and missed. Slider changes things up there. And the count evens at 2. 2-2 pitch now to Hedges is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1.
Now back, the center fielder.
Jairo Diaz, really good story for the Rockies last year. For a handful of seasons there, wasn't sure he was going to get his chance as an everyday major league player, but he proved he belonged last year. He is one of the top choices out of the bullpen for Bud Black this year. First pitch misses outside to Juan Lagares, who's 0 for 4 today. The 1-0 is swung on and lined foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on and grounded into left field, a base hit. Over to cut it off is Owings, and he'll fire it back in, keeping Lagares with a single. One out here in the ninth.
Now back, the first baseman, Eric.
We'll bring up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 2 for 4, 2 singles, and has scored a run. Trying to maintain that 400 batting average. Really good start to the season. Really what the Padres were hoping they'd get from Hosmer. Maybe not quite that high of a batting average. First pitch from Diaz is taken down and in. 10-3 Rockies. 1-0 pitch is taken high and away. 2-0, and that one's called a ball outside with Tommy Pham waiting on deck. Not the kind of situation where you want to get too many 3-ball counts. The 7-run lead. Comes a 3-0 now, and that one's in the dirt. Ball 4. That'll put a couple base runners on. For Tommy Pham. 1 for 4. Got a base hit in the 7th inning. Looking for Diaz to work ahead of him. First pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. A 1, and that's swung on and lined towards left field right there to make the catches. Owings, and that's out number 2. One more out necessary to put a win on this game and this series for the Rockies. Fernando Tatis Jr. will be the batter. Two for 4, 2 doubles, a run batted in, and a run scored for Tatis today. He's looked very good in this series after a rough start to his season. First pitch from Diaz is swung on and popped up. Going back on it is Blackman. He is there, and he'll make the catch, and that is the ball game. Rockies win 10-3. First real easy win, I would say, of this season. They got offense up and down the lineup today. David Dahl breaks an offer. Chris Owings comes in with a single. Charlie Blackman with a double. Trevor Story, Daniel Murphy, Ryan McMahon all hitting home runs. Ryan McMahon adding a 2-run double. Nolan Arenado on base every single time today. Ian Desmond had a couple doubles in this game, scored on an RBI from Drew Butera. So up and down the lineup, really getting it done today. Chichi Gonzalez gives up 3 runs in the first inning, but then pitches 5 scoreless. And the bullpen locks it down as well. Chichi Gonzalez gets his first win of the year. Zach Davies gets his first loss. Player of the game honors will go to Ryan McMahon, who had 4 runs batted in today, 2-run home run and a 2-run double. Also scored a run. Daniel Murphy also had a big 3-run home run. And that first home run of the year for Trevor Story as well, and a couple doubles for Ian Desmond. So 6 innings, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, all in that first inning for Chichi Gonzalez. He walked a couple batters. Zach Davies looked good for a while, but really came apart in that 4th inning. 5 innings on the day for him. 2 strikeouts, 5 earned runs on 8 hits. So thank you for tuning in. Off day tomorrow. We'll be back on Tuesday as interleague play starts, as the Rangers come in to play at Coors Field. Thanks again for listening.